welcome to Countryside Knitting. Today I will talk to you a little bit about what I have knitted the last weeks, and then you will meet Jana as usual and to see what she has done, and that's always a lot. She's doing a lot of things now before Christmas to go and sell some things, so she has enormously been working sewing, crocheting and knitting. I've been knitting. Yes. Well, we come to you from Norway and we now have snow outside. The first snow has come, and when we made the Waiting for Advent kind of a special episode, I looked through old recordings, old photos from November, December, and then when I had done that and made that introduction, it actually started to snow. So we got the Christmas looking surroundings that I was waiting for and dreaming and hoping for. And we still have. Now we have a lot of snow. It's very nice outside. And then I know in a couple of days it will start to rain, but I don't think about that right now. I have some things to show you. That is a lot of mittens, some socks, a sweater, a cardigan, and a couple of shawls. And to say what I am wearing, if you're wondering, that is a cardigan called Saga, and it was designed by Wenche Roald for the Swedish yarn company Järbo. I really like it, and it's a bit of a festive cardigan because I chose to knit it in green and burgundy. And the yarn is Rauma Finull and Hillesvåg Ask. And that's a 2-ply Norwegian wool yarn, both of them. That was what I am wearing. I knit a lot. I test knit for Sofia's Tales, and today I'll show you a lot of her things. But first of all, maybe I can start with the... I have things all over here. I think I will start with another pattern. Sorry, I introduce one thing and then I do it the other way. I have made a couple of, or a pair of mittens that is called Kornblomstvotter. I'm not exactly sure what that flower is called in English, but this is the way the mittens look anyway. They have the pattern just going all the way around, so there is not a line in the like the Selby mittens usually has, and it's a rounded top. And the thumbs are knitted so that the mittens are the same if it's right or left, doesn't matter, which is a very good thing. You put it on, you wash it or you steam it, and then it turns into a right and left mitten. There is a garter in the beginning, and then I have chosen another blue, a lighter blue in the cuff. And these are so nice. It's very fitted to me. It's a little bit kind of narrow, so if I'm going to have another one, I'm going to give this away. If I'm going to make one, and that may very well happen, I will do a little bit bigger. Maybe I used 2.5 needle size, but I will do a little bit more. So Finull, 2-ply, that's the thing. And it's a very small amount of yarn. It's not 50 grams. So if you have some scrap yarns, this is a perfect project. And you have to check it out if it's a pattern in English, I'm not sure. But what I know is in English is Sofia's ... patterns. I started with the socks that I test knitted for her when the book was released. In the summer she handed over to print, I know. And then she had some new patterns and I started to knit the ... socks, and here you can see my first pair. I made it in Arvetta Classic, a merino sock yarn. What I like is to have a high contrast. I have done a little bit different on some others, but these are high contrast and I really like it. You start with the cuff and then afterthought heel. That was actually completely new to me. I have watched it and seen it described, but I've never done it. And it was easy, not so easy on the first sock. I know Arne Carlos, I think they say it's the easiest sock in the world. But I managed it and it was easier as I continued. And the toe and the heel is kind of basically the same. And this is very, it fits my foot very well. But this is going to be my Christmas gift. Fun, sweet and lovely dots. And I started another one because I wanted to try other colors. So here is another one, a little bit bigger. Playful and nice. I love them. These are also going to be Christmas gifts. And Arvetta Classic is the yarn, and you can, if you want to know what numbers I've used, you can check it out on Ravelry. So this was a test knit for Sofia. These are not in her book. This was released after the book. And you can find the pattern in Swedish and English in Ravelry. And when I was about to finish the second pair, I think she asked me if I would like to test knit Mittens, and that's when I really, I don't know what it is, but it's addictive, I think. I started with blue, 3 colors again, and the same that you have the contrast, the opposite. I think it's very playful and nice. There are 3 rounds with 3 colors at the same time, which is about what I can manage, and it's not too tight. And there's a braid, a very nice braid that you put on after you're finished. I used scrap yarn, some really old blue, and I felt that the blue was a little bit too blue in a way. I loved it in the early 2000s, but now when I put it together with these colors, it was very, I really liked the contrast and the way it looked. And they fit me very well, but these are also going to be a Christmas gift. Oh, and I had to try some other colors, so that's when I went for some yellow and earthy brown red. And I think I really like the way that you have, how to explain this, you have different colors with the dots, and then you have the rounded top. I think it's easy to knit, and with the, you know, what I said about the mittens, kornblomst mittens, you cannot do mistake left for right, because when you steam it, there will be, or wash it and use it, there will be left and right. So you knit one, it's just one pattern, not left and right. And I wanted to try a kind of crazy color combination, so I went for pink and orange, and a very, very light orange as the light color. This was very, I was so excited when I did these combinations. Very fun. I have them lying in front of me so I can have a look at them every day. And I wanted to try more darker, more kind of traditional colors, so the green and the red brown. I really like the red brown here, so I used a slightly darker version. I have a lot of finull, these are all finull, lying, and I don't need less than 50 grams of each color. So this was so fun. And I have also made a pair of mittens in white, red and grey that I have sent to Oslo to my son's girlfriend for her birthday. So, and I will continue to knit this. I just cannot stop. Something else that I have finished is also from Sofia's tails patterns. It is called the Opal Mystery Sock, and I don't use the chart. I just, because she has different versions, you can just go on without the chart, and that's what I have done. So I use a contrast for the cuff, and the heel and the toe. So these are for my family. Some of my boys will get these. I think this is Regia, maybe, with a name that I don't remember. You can find out in Ravelry. It's a very traditional sock yarn, and self-striping, and the same with this. This is Fable, I know. These I finished just a couple of days ago. And I use a contrast color, so it makes a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit more fun to knit when you have two colors at least. Opal Mystery Socks. I like the way the heel is, the flap, and what's it called? A gusset. Where I can recommend that pattern, and I link to it below. I have also made some shawls. In her book, Sofia has a shawl called Ljungan. The book is in English, not in English, it's in Swedish. It's called En värmande kärlekshistoria. It's a warming love story. Sofia Karlsson is her name. And I have made Ljungan, the shawl. Here is a shawl that I don't think I have showed to you, or is more or less a scarf. It's very, very long. This is tweed, rowan, tweed, not felted, only tweed, and some Norwegian pickles yarn for the lace. I think these kind of in-between shawls and scarves are very nice. You can easily tie it, so if you live in a windy place like I do, you will not lose it. I have also made this in a hand-dyed yarn dyed by Verbit. A rather thin yarn is lamb's wool, and Rauma lamb's wool for the lace. And when you have the hand-dyed yarn, there's a lot of things going on with the playing of the color that I really like. And I knitted another one because I had some yarn called Drops Soft Tweed. It's an alpaca yarn with also tweed yarn, and this is not blocked, so it's you can see it, it's a little bit bulky. It will be better when I wash it and block it. This will be a gift. It's very easy to knit, so I like easy knit, or like both. Some other things that I finished is a pattern from, there's a lot of Swedish designs today. Erika Åberg, an old book that she has with a cowl, and this is something I have knitted. This is one I have knitted before. It's a long scarf that you kind of sew together, and I have made it in a darker brown. And I've had it on when at work, when I do Teams meetings, I knit under the table, nobody can see it. And I have knitted it on the bus and so on. Like this. You make it, you twist it one time before you sew the ends, and then you have like this. You can have around your neck. I will give this away. Some other things that I have finished is Angry Sheep cardigan by Pinneguri, the needle lady, a Norwegian designer. And I used Symre, a mohair lamb's wool blend from a small Norwegian mill in Telemark, where I come from. You have to go by car a couple of hours. One of the colors are solid, it's a plum color, and then there's a hand-dyed called Winter Night that they sold in just some limited edition. I have had it in my stash for many years, and now I have finally made something with it, and it is finished, and it has a halo. It's strong, slick yarn, warm and fantastic. I have even sewn in the buttons, which is very nice. I don't always do that when I finished. It takes a couple of years. Oops. And when I use this, it will be softer and better for every time I use it. So in the beginning it can be a little bit itchy, and then when I use it a lot, it's my favorite. I have some cardigans now in this, and I really like it. I guess that's a yarn that you cannot get hold on abroad. But mohair and lamb's wool, that's a fantastic combination. The last thing that I have finished since last time is something I started in the summer. It was also a test knit for Sofia for her book, and it is called Mysterium, which in English would be mystery, and here you can see it in the book. And mystery is because the chart is from the, what's it called in English, what the Catholics use when they pray? Rosenkrans, yeah, in Norwegian and Swedish. And the pattern is an old pattern called Rosenkrans. You can almost see the beads. So this is my Mysterium. It's a very easy knit, and I started at the top, raglan increases, and then just with the one color, my favorite green, forest green, and then the chart with the two colors at the bottom. I have used a yarn from Rauma called Fivel, and I also used a yarn from a locally produced yarn from a Norwegian, also a podcaster, Brit Strikkenerd, and the yarn is called Villull. It's from her sheep, and I know her, and she knows Sofia, and we all know each other, so this is a kind of it feels very friendly with the pattern and the people behind it. So this was finished last weekend, and I have tried it on when I went hiking out in the woods, and it was very nice. And it's not very thick because there's one thread just at the bottom, or two. Something else that I found now that I was looking for something else. That's when you find what you have looked for a long time, when you don't really look for it. It's a shawl that is very festive that I should have included in the previous bonus episode. This is Lovely Leaf Shawl by Strikkelisa, a favorite of mine, that where I used a thin Norwegian wool, and I put into some glam, or what to say, twinkling, if you can see something is going on there. It is not the softest because of that, but it's really nice, and I should have it now in the Christmas time. So that was all that I have finished. So I will hand you over to Jana, but before I do that, I would thank all of you for watching, and especially I would thank you for writing comments. We really appreciate to read what you write. And we thank you who are the patrons, and not so many, but we sometimes always also get a cup of coffee, a symbolic cup to support. I have actually just turned down all the advertisements in our channel. I think they're so annoying. So I think that if I can get a little bit support from Ko-fi and from Patreon, that's very nice. We do this just for free. Thank you so much for supporting, and anyway, it will be free to watch the channel, and thank you for writing some comments and thumbs up and all that stuff, you know. But now I am curious to see what Jana has done, so go ahead, Jana.
Hello and welcome to my second floor. I have do a lot of knitting. Not so much crochet, but a lot of knitting. I made a pillow every year. And this year it's, I called it Peace Light, because I think it's so much not peace in word, so we have to think about peace when we knit it. This is in Norwegian, but it's a chart, so you can count stitches and knit it, and the same on the other side. So you can make it. It's in Norwegian fredslys. If you go on my account on Ravelry, you will find it. And I have knitted the cowl from scrap yarn. I like this in the top of the cowl because I got it into my neck. So. And I've been crochet to sit on. A plate to sit on. This is scrap yarn. It's 3 threads, 2 threads of thin sock yarn or baby merino, and 1 thread of kid silk from Drops. 1 and once more. The leftovers, they get away much faster than I think. And once more. So you see, it's almost hand dyed yarn. I have dyed it by myself. I am not by this yarn. So, and I have knitted socks to my family. I have been knitted 54 socks this year, and 27 of them is to my family. This is one of them. This is Sisu from Sandnes, and 1 thread of Mille Korori, a kid silk. This is Petter Fem from Rauma. This is 1 thread of Fabel from Drops, and 1 thread of a local garn dyer in Trondheim. This called Unique Yarn. This is 1 thread of Socky Fine, hand dyed by Stulenstrikk, and 1 thread of Fabel from Drops. This is in 45. It's big, but this is also in 45. This is Adlibris from Adlibris. This is Socky Stonewash, and this is a sock yarn I like very much. I think it's great to knit with, and it's hold good. And some leftovers. Leftovers with kid silk. Leftovers here and leftovers here. And that's the rest of the socks. And this is Socky from Amadlidis. I think it's so hard. I don't like to knit in it. I like stonewash better. It's softer. This is Fabel, and kid silk. Yes. This is Pet Femme from Rauma. This is also Pet Femme. This is size 27, the smallest one in the family. And this is Viking yarn. Yes, sock yarn from Viking. This is Pet Femme. This is a sock yarn with cashmere. I think it's a German yarn. It's not Suchmeyer, it's the other one. Not Opal, but the other one. And with a kid silk. Oh, I like this. This is very soft. And one in a Fabel. No, it's another sock yarn. I don't know, because I get a leftover from this. But I knit them with 2 stockinette and two knit and purl, and a diamond heel. You see it's a diamond heel. You start here, go out and together. So that's a diamond heel. That was the socks. And then I have a cowl and a hat. This is my pattern. It's only in Norwegian. It's headband. This is I talk about this first because this is this is oh, I forgot. It's on Ravelry. It's a free pattern and it's called brioche crown hat. Yes. This is almost leftover. This is leftover all the way. You can use it both way. This is one. You see it's leftover. It's green and it's brown, light brown. And this is a hat where you see it's oh, I have not do it the right way. So, and from that hat I made this, but I don't like it. It get only one. And I made another pattern, and this is a headband because I love big headband, and this was great. So that's what I have been done. So I will get back to you with things I'm doing. Bye.